some of the paint jobs could start at like $80,000.
They're up there. They're up there in price.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to take an old car and redo it, what sort of prices are people looking at in order to do it right? How much money do people invest?
I mean, it's just all it is. It's just really, it's just like a time. Not really. There's not really a certain
Amount of money?
Yeah. I mean, man, we have guys in the club. I mean, there's some guys that do body work themselves. There's some guys that have guys that paint.
Yeah.
I have guys who do nothing but
They take it all the way down to the stubs sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, all the way down to the frame. But you know what I'm saying? But these old cars,
Like this beautiful old Impala over here. What would be and the headlights are nice. What's the cost of doing something like that? Because I think these cars are pretty popular right now.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants a ~64 Impala,
They do?
Yeah, that's one of the main cars.
Yeah.
But you guys, I mean, there's different styles of cars, that people like.
But what would, for example, the investment be on this car to have brought it back to mint condition?
50, 60,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somewhere in there.
So it really is a labor of love to spend that much money.
Yeah. I mean, man, just opening the garage and getting in the garage and just, I mean, man, it's not really about, some people just coming over to the house and helping you out. It's when you get in there by yourself and knowing your car and, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's easy to buy one of these cars. It's easy to get in one of these cars and to say, hey, you know what? Hey, man, check out my car. But then it's different, though. Me personally, it's a different feeling when you know what you did to that car. Every little thing. I mean, I'm talking about from the bolts on the freaking rims, all the way, bolts on the motor to the inside of the interior. And when you can accomplish, something like that all by yourself, and people see you out in the streets, man, they know, and it's just a different feeling. There's a saying that we go by, built not bought. You know what I'm saying? And it just, some guys, man, you walk with your chest up and kind of see why we have this certain look when we drive our cars.
I think we all know that look.
It's because, you know what it is, man. It's because we take pride, and it's just it's an amazing feeling that just when you're just driving, listening to some good oldies, you know what I'm saying, just reminiscing,
And the American cars, these are the cars in the heyday of American manufacturing compared to something like that, aren't they?
Oh yeah. These cars it's all metal.
Right.
It's all metal, you know what I'm saying? You hit one of these cars, one of these newer cars, hit one of these cars, it's going to do some damage.
About how many miles would one of these cars have on it to begin with? Are these high mileage cars already, and they've lasted 50, 60 years?
Some of these original motors that are in these cars, the 235s, the 216s, you know what I'm saying? These are smaller motors, these are straight 6 motors. And then some of these guys, some of the custom guys that like to pull these motors out and put a 350 in it, bigger motors. And then there are the guys that like to get on the road. But these little motors as well, that they can get on. I mean, I'm not scared to drive my car. I overhauled, I did everything to my motor, everything.
What kind of car do you drive on a day-to-day basis?
I drive a 1954 Chevy.
Is that every day?
No, every day?
Yeah, every day maybe you drive something like a Honda.
Yeah. No,
like a work car, family car?
Yeah. I drive my truck, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you have a regular truck.
But on the weekends it's my 54.
These are showpieces.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so what would you say about how well made these cars are compared to, say, your truck today?
Old Chevys, man. Chevys, that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants a Chevy.
And these cars still run even though they're old, but of course they're meticulously taken care of.
Oh yeah, I mean, you get into these cars, you can't just get in and go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I started my car, I'm talking about brakes, brake lines, everything, restoring everything from gas tanks, new radiators. You don't want to run these old cars on something that's just been sitting for all these years.
Yeah.
As old as these cars are.
Yeah.
But there's parts now out for these cars that
hard to get parts for them anymore, or not?
I mean, yes and no. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're out there. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know the right people. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, pretty much, I'm pretty well connected with a lot of the right people as well.
I bet you are. are. I bet you know some good mechanics.
Oh yeah.
Where do Dukes? Tell me a little bit about Dukes. That's a national, international.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How long? How old is Dukes Car
Dukes
Club?
started in 1962. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? In East Los Angeles.
Yeah,
And,
East Los Angeles.
yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, and
All
got
right.
one of the oldest lowrider clubs,
Yeah.
bomb clubs, and
Yeah.
I mean, you know, back in the day, you know, when our founders, you know what I'm saying, Fernando and
Yeah.
and Julio, and now once run by, you know, the son Jason, and unfortunately we lost Jason a couple years back, and then
Okay.
now run by the youngest son, Alex Reles and Nisa, and we love them both to death. You know what I'm saying? But just it's all family, all family. You know,
Yeah.
we go out there maybe twice, 3 times out of the year,
Oh.
where we have functions where we have all chapters picnic, where all the chapters from all around the world get together, and we have presidents meetings. We have all kinds of stuff going
It's very
on.
proper organization, and it's
Oh,
good,
yeah.
clean fun, right?
yeah, I mean,
it's
man,
not
we're-
the impression people think of low riders. You know, no drugs and crime. This is you guys are family men.
Oh, this is, I mean, man, that's the one thing about us, man. We're a family-orientated
Yeah,
car
you
club.
are.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody here, I mean, you can look around, man. Everybody's here just
Moms and
enjoying
pops.
themselves. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody
Yeah.
here is just respectful, you know,
Yeah.
takes pride. These are car guys. You know what I'm saying? You saw this, these are a bunch of car guys that love what they do, love what we do. You know what I'm saying? And just having fun with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, these are beautiful cars, and I bet they're a pleasure to drive. And is it getting more popular, this sort of activity? Is lowrider not a derogatory term, is it?
No.
Is that the official
No.
proper term?
No, this
Lowrider means what? That you're low to the ground?
Yeah, yeah, just cruising, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cruising, you know what I'm saying, in your car, and it's man, how can I explain it?
It's a culture.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That yes.
Yeah.
That's the main. Yeah.
I bet out in California it's really fun, huh?
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Because
heck
that's a
yeah.
car culture.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's here in San Antonio too. I mean, man, I'm not gonna take anything away from San Antonio.
No.
I mean, man, they've been doing this here for years. I
Yeah.
mean, these guys that built these old cars, you know, back in the days. I mean, we still know them today. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And good people that we can look up to, and
Yeah.
hey, when we need a hand, you know what I'm saying, on certain things, that they're there for us. You know, they're here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a community.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're here now, and
About
it's
how
fun,
many
man.
car clubs are there in San Antonio? A good handful, or about 10 or so?
well, I
and you
mean,
kind of get
as-
together and
as-
have these events
as
once
far-
a
I mean,
month or something?
Just here alone, I got 10 different car clubs
Wow,
here.
that's a lot.
And I mean, these are not. I mean, these are just certain
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
So like, you have Cutlasses and Regals and Monte
I loved
Carlos
Cutlass
and,
in high school.
and El Caminos. And I
Yeah.
mean, there's all kind of cars
Yeah.
out there, and unfortunately we had no room for 'em. We wanted to just back up the store, and this is what we got. This
This is
is
a good
exactly, you
space.
know. Yeah.
Good space.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everything the way I wanted it to turn out
Yeah.
is exactly what I wanted right here.
Sometimes
you know?
it works out like that if you just show up.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
Well, thanks so much for the interview. And what is? Oh, I hope they're not going to do anything with
No.
my car. Okay. What is your name?
My name's Chris, aka they call me Weasel from Duke's Car Club.
Okay, cool. That's very cool.